We all know Colorado's the place to be, but all you have to do is look at the rents to prove it. In Fort Collins, the average rent for a 3-bedroom house is $1,550 a month.
And that's up $350 in just the past 2 years, and many families are struggling to come up with a difference. Well, Denver 7 reporter Lance Hernandez talked with a nonprofit that's throwing a party over this.
It's called a rent party. The nonprofit Neighbor to Neighbor says the host invites guests, friends or neighbors, and midway through the party passes around a hat seeking donations. The guests contribute whatever they can.
For emergency rent assistance, when people are paying more of their paycheck towards that housing expense, they're just one emergency away from experiencing homelessness.
Steve Kenneman is the program director at Neighbor to Neighbor, a nonprofit that helps people try to avoid homelessness. He and his boss say coming up with a first month's rent and damage deposit can be a real struggle.
People with fewer resources are often squished out of the market, which is definitely what we're seeing along the entire Front Range.
Neighbor to Neighbor provides $175,000 a year in emergency rental assistance. There is a need for at least $40,000 more. That's why they're sponsoring rent parties. This woman is a beneficiary.
I know it's helping a ton of people. I just wish there were more places, more of these. Spread the wealth, because there's a huge need.
Renters who receive the help are grateful. Becca, a single mom, wrote, "Thanks to all the help that I receive from Neighbor to Neighbor, my kids and I are not in the streets." In Fort Collins, Lance Hernandez, Denver 7.
Interesting idea, and anybody can host a rent party. Neighbor to Neighbor will help with the invitations, the marketing, and the outreach.